Hi everyone, Daniel here from Best Effort Gaming. I'm going to try something new in this review segment and stray a little bit away from gaming and review movies. For those of you that don't know me, I really enjoy watching movies, and because of this, I thought I would start reviewing new release and sometimes older, more classic movies. With no spoilers of course, but it might be a little bit hard, but I'm going to try my best. First one to review will sort of be the link between gaming and movies with Assassin's Creed. This movie came out on New Year's Day, is directed by Justin Kurzel and stars Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard and Jeremy Irons as the main cast. For those of you who haven't played the games, it is set in modern times to begin with, and then Cal Lynch, Fassbender, is sent back in time to his ancestors' memories through a machine called the Animus into 1492 to the Spanish Inquisition, a time of assassins and Templars. Cal does this with the help of Sophia Cotillard and her father Rickon Irons. Now, I haven't been a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed games, mainly because I was one of those players that struggled through the repetitive first game, which was still fun. I just got a little bit sick of it, but I really enjoyed this movie. I think Fassbender portrays both his roles of Cal Lynch and Aguilar, his ancestor, really well. Both the criminal who was put to death and revived in modern times, and the ancient assassin of the 15th century. I also really enjoyed how when he was in the Animus and back in time, he spoke Spanish, which would make sense as where it was set and what time. But nonetheless, I thought it was a nice touch of detail instead of leaving it all in English. The characters of Sophia and Rickon are both well explored in this movie, with her being more the scientist wanting to cure the world of violence and aggression in her own way, and that of her father who was completely devoted to the cause. Now again, I'm not going to give anything away, so if you've played the games, you'll understand what I mean when I say the main cause, but if not, you're just going to have to go and see the movie, or play the games. The other characters though, as in people in ancient times and people that are in the facility with Cal, I keep wanting to say Desmond, because in the first couple of games the main character is Desmond, but I'll get to that in a second. So the people in the facility and in the past were not explained as well, and we only got their basic introductions really, so that's a little letdown for me. Going on from that point though, wanting to call Fassbender's character Desmond, the movie is actually quite accurate to the game in that of how it feels, how the guards are, and how both Desmond and Cal are in similar situations once they are in the facility with the Animus. It's actually really hard not to give any spoilers because I want to go in depth into how they're similar, but that's for another time I think. The movie itself is a good mix as well, so that it is not exactly like the game for people who have played it, but it is enough so that people who haven't can understand it and enjoy a similar storyline. A main difference though between the game and movie is the Animus itself. In the game, Desmond just lies in it and goes into the past, whereas in the movie, Cal is connected via the spine to a sort of mechanical arm that simulates what he does in the past. I actually thought this was a great way to keep the audience interested, in that it would be a little bit boring if Cal was just lying there every time we switch back to modern times. The main thing that I didn't like about Assassin's Creed is that it looks like they're trying to set up for a franchise, just to keep pumping out the movies. I can see where the story could continue, but I don't know how well it will be done. And I would actually prefer if this was a standalone movie, because it still does end, but I would like it, just to stay by itself. Don't get me wrong, I would still go and see the rest of the movies because I really enjoyed it, but I would prefer it just to be a standalone, sort of a unique experience kind of thing. Apart from that, the fight scenes were shot amazingly, the locations were beautiful, and especially when you saw it through the eyes of the eagle like you do in the game, it was just phenomenal. Also, the attention to the little detail was fantastic. Now again, I'm not going to give anything away because you see it in the trailer, but one of the leaps of faith that Aguilar does in the past was, you just have to watch it. Watch for every little detail because it makes it even better. All in all, I had a really good time watching this movie, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I would give it an 8 out of 10 just because some of the characters weren't properly explained, and how it looks like it's setting up for another movie in the end. But yeah, go and watch the film if you're a fan of the games, and even if you're not, it's a fantastic watch. Now I'm hopefully going to start doing these movie and or game reviews more consistently, so stay tuned. The next one I'll review will be Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and hopefully I do it justice just because I'm such a huge Star Wars fan. So yeah, thank you for enjoying. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and if you'd like, watch some of our previous videos, because from an unbiased position, I think some of them are pretty good. Yeah, thanks everyone.